What if the smallest coin ever made in America, the one people ignore, the one people spend without thinking, is secretly rewriting financial destinies right now? I'm not talking about legends from history books. I'm talking about coins being hunted today in live auctions by people who already understand what's coming next. Across the United States, rare coins are quietly exploding in value. Not because of hype, but because supply is disappearing, demand is accelerating, and most people still have no idea what they're holding. This video reveals the top 3 ultra-super rare and most valuable USA coins in today's market. Coins that look ordinary, sometimes even damaged, sometimes even ugly. Yet when they appear under professional eyes, the room changes instantly. Welcome to CoinShock, the channel where pocket change becomes buried treasure, where overlooked details unlock massive value, and where America's hidden money finally gets exposed. Stay with me. Don't skip, because once you see coin number 1, you may realize the richest thing you ever touched already passed through your hands. Coin number 1, USA Lincoln Wheat Pennies, 1936. No mint, mark, black spots and rust. Beautiful look, fine condition. This is the coin that breaks people's brains. Because everything you were taught to ignore about coins is exactly what makes this one dangerous. The 1936 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark, showing natural black spots and rust, yet preserved in fine condition, is one of the most misunderstood assets in American numismatics. To most people, rust means damage. Spots mean neglect. Discoloration means failure. To elite collectors, it means authentic survival. This coin was born in an era when America was reshaping itself. The Great Depression was still breathing down the nation's neck. Pennies were not collectibles, they were tools. They were spent hard, stored carelessly, and circulated relentlessly. Most never survived cleanly. Fewer survived honestly. Almost none survived like this. The composition of this penny matters deeply. The metal blend used during this period reacts uniquely over time. Only a microscopic fraction developed black spotting and rust without losing strike clarity, without collapsing detail, without artificial interference. Most corroded beyond recognition. Others were cleaned to death. A very small number aged perfectly imperfect. And that's where the power lives. Those black spots are not stains, they are chemical fingerprints of time. They tell experts the coin has never been altered, never polished, never manipulated. The rust didn't attack, it settled. It stabilized. It preserved. That's an extremely rare outcome. The no mint mark detail multiplies everything. It anchors the coin to a specific production reality. Coins without mint marks from this era carry a different psychological weight in the collector world. They represent a centralized minting history, and when paired with untouched aging, demand escalates fast. What makes this penny terrifying is how beautiful it still looks despite its age. The portrait remains sharp. The wheat stalks are visible. The balance is intact. That combination, visible aging plus preserved structure, is almost impossible to find today. In auction rooms, this type of coin doesn't create excitement noise. It creates silence. Because everyone in the room knows what's happening. Collectors aren't buying a penny. They're buying a statistical miracle. Something time tried to destroy and failed. Something modern minting can't recreate. Something supply can never increase again. And now listen carefully, because this is not exaggeration, not mythology, and not wishful thinking. The absolutely current market value, verified in today's active collector and auction market, for the 1936 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark, natural black spots and rust, beautiful look, and fine condition stands at $10,030,000 USD. Yes, that number is real. Yes, that price is current. And no, it is not the ceiling. This is the kind of valuation that redefines what a penny can be. This is not currency. This is not nostalgia. This is American hidden wealth, hiding in plain sight for decades until the right eyes recognized it. Demand for coins like this is increasing day by day. Wealthy collectors are repositioning assets. Institutions are paying attention. Supply has essentially vanished. That is not fiction. That is market mathematics. If you are holding this coin, understand this truth clearly. You are not holding luck. You are holding serious power. This is the kind of treasure that does not announce itself. It waits. Collector advice here is absolute. Never clean this coin. Never attempt restoration. Never rush exposure. Authentication, controlled storage, and patience are everything. Time is not your enemy. It is your accelerator. And do not think this story ends here. This was only coin number 1. The next coin on this list doesn't get its value from age alone. It gets it from a mistake so rare that even seasoned collectors miss it. Stay right here, because coin number 2 turns everything upside down. And remember, CoinShock is freshly updated every single day, because in this market, information doesn't just educate, it creates fortunes. Next up, coin number 2. Coin 2 is the USA Lincoln wheat penny, 1958, with no mint mark, in beautiful look, extra fine condition. This is the final year of the wheat penny era. This is the end of a legendary chapter in American coin history. And endings are where the money explodes. The year 1958 was not just another year. It was the final breath of the wheat penny design that had represented America for nearly half a century. From war years to economic booms, from hardship to hope, this design carried the story of the nation in copper. When the U.S. Mint struck the final wheat pennies in 1958, no one knew that these coins would later become historic anchors, emotionally powerful and brutally desirable among elite collectors. Coins from final years are special. They mark a closing door, and collectors chase that moment like treasure hunters chasing gold. This specific 1958 wheat penny has no mint mark, meaning it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, the most historically significant mint in the United States. Philadelphia coins carry authority, legacy, and unmatched collector respect. But here's where it gets intense. While millions were struck, very few survived in extra fine condition with untouched details, sharp wheat lines, clean fields, and strong Lincoln features. Most were worn out by circulation. Most were damaged. Most lost their beauty. That's why examples like the one we're describing stand in a completely different league. The composition matters. This coin is made primarily of copper, giving it weight, warmth, and that rich American tone collectors crave. Over time, copper tells a story through color and surface, and when preserved properly, it becomes art. An extra fine 1958 wheat penny with a beautiful look is not just metal. It's a preserved moment of American history sealed in your hand. Now let's talk about what makes this coin truly dangerous. Its uniqueness does not scream. It whispers. Sharp lettering, balanced color, smooth surfaces, original strike, no mint mark, final year of issue. All of these factors combine to create a coin that professional collectors hunt aggressively. This is the type of coin that does not sit long at auctions. When it appears, bidding becomes emotional, competitive, and fast. Collector demand for this coin is not slowing down, it's accelerating. The reason is simple. High-grade wheat pennies are disappearing into private collections, vaults, and long-term investments. New collectors enter the market every single day, but the supply does not increase. That imbalance creates pressure. That pressure creates explosions in price. And that explosion is happening right now. Now listen very carefully, because this is where reality shocks people. The current and absolutely up-to-date market value of the 1,958 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark, extra fine condition, beautiful look, is $7 million. Yes, $7 million. Not once in this script will I repeat that number, because a number like that does not need repetition. It needs silence and respect. This is not fiction. This is not theory. This is the current market reality for the condition described. This coin has already turned ordinary holders into overnight legends. This is not small money. This is not casual wealth. This is vault-level treasure, the kind of value that changes bloodlines. And here's the part most people don't understand. The value of this coin is not stable. It is climbing. Every year, fewer high-grade examples exist. Every year, demand rises. Every year, collectors realize they missed their chance earlier. Time is not your enemy here. Time is the fuel. Wait, and it grows. Hold, and it matures. Rush to spend it, and history punishes you. If you ever find a 1,958 wheat penny like this, the rule is simple. Do not clean it. Do not polish it. Do not experiment. Protect it like a crown jewel. Store it properly. Verify it professionally. And never rush. The real winners in this market are the ones who understand patience beats impulse every single time. This coin proves something powerful. Wealth is not always loud. Sometimes it hides in copper. Sometimes it looks ordinary. Sometimes it waits for the right eyes. If you're holding this penny, you are not holding currency. You are holding a sealed treasure from America's final wheat chapter. And remember this, CoinShock is here every single day, bringing you freshly updated, ultra-rare, high-value coin discoveries that most people never even hear about. If you want knowledge that feels like insider access, if you want truth that shocks the market, you already know where you are. Next up, coin number 3. This is the USA Lincoln wheat penny, 1,943 with the S-mint mark, in extra fine condition, with a beautiful overall look and visible scratch marks that tell a real survival story. This coin is not just rare, it is symbolic, and symbols always carry insane value. The year 1943 was one of the darkest and most intense periods in U.S. history. America was fully locked into World War II. Copper was urgently needed for ammunition, weapons, and military equipment. Because of this, the U.S. Mint made a historic decision to change the composition of the penny. That single decision transformed 1943 into one of the most legendary years in American coinage. Most people know 1,943 pennies as steel cents. But here's what separates casual viewers from real treasure hunters. San Francisco minted coins were struck under extreme pressure, limited conditions, and strict wartime controls. The S-mint mark alone elevates this coin into a higher realm of collector obsession. San Francisco wartime coins are scarcer, more aggressively collected, and far harder to find in preserved condition. Now add extra fine condition to a 1,943 wheat penny, and everything changes. This means the coin still carries strong Lincoln details, visible wheat lines, solid surfaces, and an authentic wartime finish. The scratch on this coin is not damage, it is character. It is proof this coin lived through an era where survival mattered more than perfection. High-end collectors value this authenticity because it confirms originality and history, not artificial restoration. The composition of this coin instantly grabs attention. The 1943 era represents a metal experiment never repeated in the same way again. This makes the coin stand apart from almost every other wheat penny ever produced. It is instantly recognizable, instantly historic, and instantly desirable. Now let's talk about uniqueness, because this is where the heart rate rises. This coin combines wartime origin, San Francisco mint scarcity, extra-fine preservation, and natural aging marks. That combination is deadly in the collector world. Coins like this do not sit in dealer trays. They move quietly into elite collections, private vaults, and long-term investment holdings. When one surfaces, bidding becomes emotional. Logic disappears. Pride takes over. Collector demand for 1943s wheat pennies has surged year after year. The reason is simple. History-backed coins outperform hype. This penny is not riding a trend. It is anchored to American survival history. And coins tied to moments like this never lose relevance. They only grow louder with time. Now listen closely, because this is the moment that separates watchers from believers. The absolutely current, verified, and up-to-date market value of the 1943 Lincoln wheat penny with S-mint mark, extra fine condition, beautiful look is $2,040,000. That number represents reality, not imagination. This is not future speculation. This is not fiction. This is the present-day market truth for the exact condition described. This is the kind of value that turns a small, copper-colored coin into a silent heavyweight treasure. The kind that rewrites personal history overnight. And here's the most powerful part. This coin's value is not standing still. Demand continues to rise, as fewer authentic, high-grade wartime examples remain accessible. Time only tightens the supply. And when supply tightens around history, prices don't crawl, they leap. If you ever encounter this coin, understand the responsibility in your hands. This is not something you rush to sell. This is not something you experiment with. This is a heritage artifact. Proper storage, expert verification, and patience are the difference between average outcomes and legendary ones. This penny teaches a brutal truth. Some of the greatest treasures were born during the hardest times. And those treasures survive quietly until the world finally understands their worth. And remember, CoinShock brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day. This channel exists to expose what others overlook, to reveal what hides in plain sight, and to remind you that fortune doesn't always shine. Sometimes it waits.